It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. All that and more coming up next.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson in the booth. Greg, you love these games because we've got a marquee matchup at the most important position in sports, the quarterback spot.
And these are the matchups that everyone is excited to tune in, right? When the schedule comes out and you go down and you look up, all right, who's playing who, what quarterback matchups. This is one early in the offseason that you circle. The opportunity to see two marquee Hall of Fame potential quarterbacks on the same field together. We all know the reality of this league, Mike. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And both these guys under center today, when they come out of that tunnel every single weekend, their team knows as long as he's in the huddle with us, we got shot.
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense he's going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. George Karlaftis there to make the play. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They go play action with Wilson. High throw, but it's reeled in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On fourth down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
1st and 10. Now the New Jersey native who played his college ball at Rutgers, it's Isaiah Pacheco. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 2. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Third and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one, taken in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs move out to a 7-3 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Eric Gray to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Open man, that's Slayton. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Giants.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, Wilson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants are on top. It's now 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing right, it's taken in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Patrick to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And he's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs are on top. It's 14-10. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. They'll run with Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In motion, it's Robinson. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Wilson to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Again, Wilson. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll get 9 yards. Mark him at the 29. On the ground, this is Hunt. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he gets this up past the 35.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now on 2nd down. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes now to throw again. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 2nd down and 3. They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 3, and he'll take it on in. Travis Kelsey, touchdown Chiefs. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Butker now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs are out to a 21-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. Second and 7. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. From the shotgun, Wilson. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Pass complete to Neighbors. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To throw again is Wilson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the ground, here's Tracy. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. And that means 4th down coming up.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He works free, right side. Xavier Worthy. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs tack on one more to their lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. The throw on the run is complete. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Giants.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Motion man is Rice. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They face second down and 7. Here's a handoff to Pacheco, running left. And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's Pacheco. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. They put Kelsey in motion. That's caught by Hunt. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes A short one caught by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's Pacheco. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Pacheco. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Gray gonna return it. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, Russ. taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.